Hello guys, how's your day? I hope it's going well. Today I'm going to be talking about my opinions on the good old squid industry. So, in my earlier days of flipping, actually still kind of to this day, I still really like squid products. A lot of their stuff that they do is just phenomenal. Right now, I'm really enjoying the squid trainer. This is a V3.5 because they just released the V4 and I'm kind of sad that I didn't get that one. But that's okay. As of right now, my opinions on Squid is that a lot of their stuff is just really good, but their quality check needs to be a bit better in terms of like checking their bushings and like maybe taking the time and having a team to go and hand tune the bushings or something like that. Or maybe they don't have the time because of the production they want to do, but either way, I think they need to try to make the trainers with bushings, or even their live blades with bushings, make their tolerances just tighter overall. Because for right now, the tolerance on their bushings are not the best. In terms of like tap and play. I've got a prime example for you. This is this right here is going to be your Cracker-Akin trainer V2.5, and I mean, there's a bit of tap there, and there's quite a bit of play for bushings, at least. You see that? So yeah, I still enjoy this as a flipper, actually. Even though it's not the best tolerances, it's still a fun knife to flip. But yeah, I just wish their quality check was better, because if it was, then their knives could be so much better for value and price, because the way they're priced right now, they're kind of redonkulously overpriced for like the materials they're using. I mean, I guess that's just for like the name of Squid, I guess. Like, I guess their branding makes it more expensive, I don't know. But another knife I want to really talk about is one I don't currently own, which is the Swordfish, which I actually think is a phenomenal idea for a pinsless balisong, is to have it all in the same material. So in theory, it doesn't wear down as fast, which I think is actually a phenomenal idea. But I don't know about having people paying upwards of $250 for a balisong that's all aluminum. Like, I get why it's kind of priced so expensively, is because it's like first production and stuff like that, and like it's a newer concept, but like they're pricing it at a price point where they're like almost competing with their own products to make it harder for you to get a hold of them. So like, I see what where their minds are, and I understand, but I just wish their products weren't so expensive, bro. Like, I feel like the best value, best bang for your buck is probably either the Mako or like the Cracker-Akin. But even the Cracker-Akin's still pretty expensive, because things coming out like the Sirius from LDY, those are coming out and they're like crazy good for the price because of what you get with it, as well as like their quality check is probably a lot better than Squid, because there's a lot less people on the team and they're not kind of mass producing like Squid is. So they have that on their side. Another thing about Squid is that they need to determine where their mindset is and what they want to do with their products, because they're not really listening to the community in a lot of things. that they're doing, because they have this fan base of just people who will buy every Squid product for no reason. Like, I understand you like Squid products, and they're great competitive flippers. I don't disagree with that at all. But the fact is, they have so many overpriced products so that they're just making loads of revenue. Like, they're selling pieces of plastic for $65, upwards of $100 for 3 pieces of plastic and some screws and some washers. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, I understand why plastic balisongs are cool and all, but for what they're pricing a freaking Squiddy, basically a red and black Squiddy B, for $100, that's ridiculous. But I digress. I still very much like Squid products. I'm still gonna send them a lot of my money because, again, they're very great competitive flippers. Like, there's not a lot that can compete with them in that way, because a lot of people are trying to make very, like, better, if not good, like, unique flippers, to the point where you'd like, hey, do you like handle bias? Why don't you try out the, I don't know, the Chab? Or, like, if you really like a very neutral flipper, well, Squid has that, you know? Like, they have the Squid Trainer, which is one of arguably the most neutral knives. So it's up to you to decide what you want to get. I think that a lot of other companies have a lot better quality check than Squid, though. I feel like if you're, like, looking for somewhere with a really good quality check, you could look at companies that are much newer popping up into the field, because they're going to have a lot better tolerances. Like, a great example of someone with absolute phenomenal tolerances and phenomenal quality check, look at Henninger Designs, or Forrest, the guy who makes the Telesto. He has phenomenal products, and I cannot express more how much I want one of those. But his products flip phenomenally, and for the tolerances and at the price it's at, that's actually not terrible, because there is the outlandish price range of JK Design, where I see why you'd buy his products, but, like, the price on them are actually kind of ridiculous. For a balisong, all of them are pinsless, keep in mind, so they won't be perfect overall over time. For thousands of dollars is kind of ridiculous. Like, at that point, buy a car. You know? So, I don't know, I digress. But anyway, I think Squid's a great company. In all honesty, I think if anything they need to do is check their quality check. I don't even care if their tolerances are better on them. I don't care about the price. Like, I'd be willing to pay a lot of money for, like, a perfect tolerance knife, you know? A knife that's just absolutely perfect in every way. If they could get it every single time for almost all of their products, then I see no issue in having them priced at where they are. But with the way they are right now, even with their bushing balisongs, they all get tab. Like, almost all of them do. Which is kind of unacceptable for a knife I'm paying more than $200 for. I don't see it as a viable option to have it, you know, have tap and play. Like, if you're gonna pay that much money for a balisong, I don't see the point in having nearly as much, like, tap and play as they tend to get, you know? So, whatever. That's my opinions on Squid. Keep flipping and have a good day.